Breaking Bad isn't just a show, it's a legend, and loved for its deep psychology, moral complexity, and good storytelling. But there's something else. Breaking Bad tries to give some political messages that most people overlook. What if the true evil in this show isn't Walter White, Gus Fring, or even Tuco? Yes, Tuco neither. But the system itself, a system where healthcare is a privilege. Of course, the messages of Breaking Bad isn't just about healthcare. And in this video, we are peeling Breaking Bad to reveal every political messages it gives. Spoiler, some of them might be Marxist. Walter White's story begins with him learning he has a lung cancer. In many countries, this would be a moment of fear and grief, but not a financial ruin. But of course, Walter White is an American, so his reality is different. His insurance is insufficient, his savings are non-existent, and the cost for the treatment is too expensive. The problem here is in Walter's world, survival comes with a price tag, and it's too much not only for Walter, but for many Americans. According to recent data, about 500,000 families file for bankruptcy each year for just medical debt. And these are not people living in luxury lives. They are everyday workers, teachers like Walter. But Walter had some options, like he could borrow money from his wealthy friend Elliot. But for him it's a loss of dignity. He could work harder at his underpaying jobs, and he can take out a loan. But this time he's likely to leave a huge debt to his family. Walter White represents a generation of Americans who are told to work harder, yet see little to no reward for their efforts. On the other hand, Jesse Pinkman is an important character for understanding the politics of the series. In one of the episodes, he questions why Gus Fring makes 100 times more than him and Walter White, while all the work are done by them. And also, in the following series, even though he made a lot of money, he cannot be happy, and so he questions the illusion of capitalism, saying, the more you earn or the more you have, the happier you are. Jesse Pinkman also questions boss and employee relations in many episodes. He refuses to be an employee of Walter White or Gus Fring. He wants to be a partner. Gus Fring and Walter White are harsh capitalists comparing to Jesse Pinkman, so Jesse might symbolize Marxism in the series. Also, there's a vital scene where Walter and Hank talk in the backyard. In this scene, Hank takes out a type of cigar banned in America. Walter notices this and asks, where do we draw the boundaries of bans? The question critiques the prohibitions, especially regarding drugs. Hank avoids answering directly and says,
hey man, what you busting me with these 14 bales of ganja? It's all gonna be legal next year when Willie Nelson's president.
But there's an irony here. The cigar Hank is enjoying is also banned. Even the whiskey on the table was once illegal. This raises a deeper question. How are those drug users in prison any different from Hank enjoying his banned vice? But Hank's different. Hank is the man of the system. Bans are for normal people. You know, his wife does shoplifting, but because she's his wife, she's not criminal but sick. So here Breaking Bad critiques the hypocrisy of the system. Meanwhile, the fact that the DEA's money is paid by drug lord Gus Fring could be a reference to the phrase that the system is fighting drug dealers because it wants to be the only dealer. Plus, you know, the medical expenses of Hank is paid by Walter White, so by drug money. So sometimes the system doesn't provide enough for even his most loyal man. Again, it shows the hypocrisy of the system. By the way, Mike's a very similar character to Hank. He was an honest police officer, but after he realized the corruption in the system and can't provide for his family, he went into illegal business. He represents the struggles of the working class in a capitalist system, where honest work often fails to provide a decent life. Additionally, while he works for Gus Fring, Mike is very loyal to him. But after his colleague Victor is killed by Gus, seemingly for nothing, he understands his vulnerability and feels at any moment he can be killed either for doing nothing. This shows real-world capitalist structures where workers, no matter how skilled, are often at the mercy of those in power. Also, Gale is an important character. We see this from his statement and the books in his house. He's a libertarian and thinks anyway people would use math, but why not we produce it safer and in higher quality? Gale also trusts his employer Gus Fring maybe a little too much, and he was killed because of him. So the secret message of Breaking Bad here is, your boss isn't your friend. He's your class enemy. Breaking Bad also critiques the war on drugs. Yeah, the system tries to prevent drug consumption, but it doesn't work and even it causes worse problems. For example, if drugs were legal, could people like Tuco exist? Or would there be cartel wars? No, probably not. Because drugs are illegal, so very profitable and dangerous. Just people like Tuco can do it. And so it's unhealthier and causes more problems. By the way, Saul Goodman is a character giving different political messages. We see he usually bends the law to meet his needs. And it works. His manipulation of legal loopholes shows the flaws in the justice system. Also, Saul's rise from a lowly public defender to a successful lawyer critiques the American dream. It indirectly says, you can be successful, yes, but you should compromise your ethics. Additionally, his character critiques how the law is often manipulated by those in positions of power. Lastly, the most important message of Breaking Bad is, Gale would be alive if Walt had access to universal healthcare. I've made another video about Breaking Bad, guessing the political ideology of every character. If you liked this video, you'll probably like it either. And don't forget to subscribe, new videos are coming. See you in the next video.